Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great week, and wherever you're at, I'm hoping it's not nasty weather like it is around here. We've had rain and snow, and then more rain again, and I think we're going to have more snow this weekend. Well, actually, I think it might be a few nice days, but I'm working this weekend, so that makes sense. This is my only night off because I'm working like 6 out of 7. But just want to show you a haul I got in this week. I don't know how many of you buy books on comiccollectorlive.com, but there's some really good dealers on there. You can find a lot of great bargains. I've been shopping on there for probably the last 4 or 5 years, and that's the place where you can get the comic book software, but they've also got a lot of stores and a lot of sellers that sell books. This one guy, I can't remember the name of the store, but he's going out of business, and it started out as a 60% off sale, and it turned into a 75% off sale. So I got a lot of great bargains. Most of these are like Bronze Age. There's some silver scattered in, and I had so many, I'm going to have to break this up into 2 videos. This is probably going to be like an all Marvel video, and the next one will be DC. But a lot of great stuff. I found plugged some holes that I need to, and some runs. Got a couple upgrades, and I just bought some, that I might already had just because they were dirt cheap. A lot of these books, I don't think any of these were over like a couple $3. Some of them were like 40 and 50 cents. So, like I said, it was 75% off. Varying grades, anywhere from good, very good, up to very fine, near mint. But it got some really nice runs of stuff. This first one, to all you Fantastic Four fans, I'm sure you've seen this before, and I've got a copy of this, but mine was literally falling apart. I read it so much. But Fantastic Four Annual, and for fans of John Byrne's run on Fantastic Four, this is one of the best stories there is. It actually refers back to like the earliest encounter they had with the Skrulls, kind of the ramifications of what they did. I know they met the Skrulls in like one of the first 5 issues, I think, but this kind of shows the ramifications of what they did or didn't do at the end of that story. But it's great John Byrne story, great John Byrne art. So I would recommend it for fans of the Fantastic Four. Here we have Fantastic Four King Size number 10. I guess this is the annual. This is one I didn't have. A little beat up, but it reprints the Wedding of Sue and Reed. And the original Human Torch returns, and you have like supervillains out the wazoo with Doctor Doom and Namor and his supervillain guys, and Red Skull, Kang, just Mole Man. A lot of great stuff going on there. Cool book. Got some Cull. Got some issues I didn't have in the run. Got these great Marie and John Severin covers and artwork. Here's number 7. Number 8, another great Severin cover. I think all this somebody's kind of wrote on it, but I'm just trying to fill some gaps. I'm not all worried about having everything in high grade. I might want to upgrade a few later on if I like the covers, but for the price, I mean, these were like 80 cents a piece or something. So I was really tickled to find these. There's number 9. Another great cover. And the Severins were 2 artists that were, in my opinion, really, really overlooked and underrated. And they did a nice little bit of work for Marvel Comics and some other people. There's number 9. Number 10 with another great cover. A little chewed on the top corner, but otherwise pretty nice shape. More beautiful artwork for the Severins. I got next, I found a nice little run of ShangChi, Master of Kung Fu. A few of these issues I already had. Some of them just ones I didn't. But here's issue 100. Got a great Mike Zeck cover. This is to me, it's kind of reminiscent of some of the Neil Adams Dead Man covers that he did in the early 70s with all the faces in the background. Just a beautiful cover. Very cool character, very cool run of books. Another one that's kind of overlooked, in my opinion. Number 63, Gil Kane and Terry Austin cover. Like I said, I got these dirt cheap. Another artist that I think is kind of overlooked is Paul Gulacy, who did the lion's share of art in a lot of these. Number 51. Number 50. Number 38. Rich Buckler cover on number 37. Number 36. $35. So I got one little glare of light coming through there. I'm trying to block it with my big head, but it's not doing a good enough job. Number 34. All these Master Kung Fu's are in really nice shape. Number 33. I know Tony, Why Not Art, I know he's a big fan of the martial arts stuff, and I'm sure he's got the whole run of this. So I'm sure he can appreciate this. Number 32, another great cover. 31. You must read The Snowbuster. The Gil Kane and Dan Atkins cover. Number 24. Getting into some of the early issues. And number 23. River of Death. Okay. Got a stack of some Marvel Tales. Most of these are kind of beat up, but I'm trying to get the, not the whole run, but at least the run where I get all the square bound issues and all the ones with the picture frame covers. And really, I probably just want to get them to kind of, get into Spider-Man a little bit, because that's one of those books I never did really get into like a lot of other people did, and later on I found it. And the original books, are outrageous. So these are a good way to get some reprints without having to buy the Masterworks series, or, they have the essentials, which are in black and white, but I kind of like them in color. So this is another cheap way to enjoy those early Steve Ditko tales, and later on John Romita. Of course, there's lots of other stuff in there. There's Human Torch and some Thor reprints. So you got Kirby and Ditko, Don Heck, and a lot of these. Number 22. Like I say, it's pretty chewed up, but just trying to complete a run. Number 24. More Spider-Man, Thor, and Human Torch. Yeah, these are basically readers, but happy to have them. I think these are maybe 75 cents a piece. Number 28. High grade comics are great, but by the same token, beat up comics are great too. Because when I was a kid and I didn't have many, I read mine so much they became beat up very quickly. Here's one's in pretty nice shape. Number 32, Spidey versus the Rhino. Binding looks pretty good on this one, which is kind of hard to find in a square bound. Really nice cover, nice colors on this one. Okay, now we got a couple 20-cent picture frames. On the early reprints of Spidey and Kingpin, number 36. Some of the John Romita stuff, I'm sure. Another great cover in the picture frame. It's kind of beat up, but you gotta love that cover. It's Dr. Octopus, number 38. And I was lucky enough to complete my Marvel career run of Doctor Strange. I think I was maybe needed 2 or 3 of these, and the others are just upgrades that I found. There's number 6. You know what hasn't been said about this run? You know, with Frank Bruner doing most of the art chores. This is actually a Mike Ploog cover, and one of my favorites. It's a nice grade. Number 9, great Frank Bruner cover. I think that's one that I didn't have. Number 11, more Bruner. And I think it's number 9. I'm not sure, but on this you have Bruner pencils and Ernie Chan on the inks, and it makes for I mean, it looks really good. It kind of makes for an interesting duo, but I think they pulled it off pretty well. So you had Bruner and Ernie Chan on the art in this one. I think it's one of these I'm showing anyway. Like I say, here's number 11 again, and the thing about number 11 and number 12. At least these particular two. Another great cover. These were the Mark Jeweler insert variants. And I'm sure most of you know what that is, but for those of you that don't, there was like a little special ad insert for Mark Jewelers. So I think in some circles these will cost you a little bit more. But it's just one of the little oddities about some of the 70s comics. Have this little Mark Jewelers insert. But just a beautiful book. Really nice shape. Great cover. Like I said, I'm really happy to get these because this completed my Doctor Strange Marvel Premiere run. And number 13. Okay. And this last little stack, a couple of them are upgrades, a couple I didn't have. I got an upgrade to my Captain Marvel 24. More great Gil Kane goodness. Dr. Mind, The Day of the Android Man. Part of that classic run. And also upgraded my Marvel Team Up number 5. I think with number 3, this is probably my favorite issue of Marvel Team Up. It's got a beautiful picture frame cover. Vision, he's one of my favorite Avengers and favorite characters. And Spider-Man, of course, you got Gil Kane on the cover. And this one is in really nice shape. I might have paid $2 for this one. And other than some ink overspray on the binding, it's actually a really nice book. Menace of the Monstroid. One of my favorite covers. And last, we have Western Gunfighters number 6. Another square-bound book. No, I got one more after this. I'm sorry. We got some, I'm sure what are some great reprints. It's got a really cool Herb Trimpe cover. I don't know if you can see his name right there above my thumb. But yeah, I love Trimpe's art. My favorite Hulk artist. A nice book. And last but not least, we have Tomb of Dracula number 16. I don't think I had this one. I'm still trying to put that run together. I think I'm about halfway, maybe 2/3 way there. But number 16, just a beautiful cover. And a great series. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Probably going to be filming the DC version. of my haul. And so I appreciate everybody watching. And like I say, I hope you're having a great week and staying warm. And as always, onward and upward, my friends.